Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Trans Creator Spotlight. You'd think I'd know the name of this by now. I would like to take a moment to remind everyone to like and subscribe. My name is Silaxandra, aka Lexi, and I like looking around for trans creators, see what they're up to, and talk to them about it. For tonight's guest, we have Retro Mary VT, which I'm assuming stands for VTuber.
That'd be correct. I apologize.
Are you drinking water?
I apparently currently suffering from massive throat death.
Throat death is not good.
I don't know what is happening.
All right, let me know when you're ready to go.
All right, there we go. Perfect.
All right. welcome. So let's just get like basic stuff out of the way. Your name and your pronouns.
My name is Retro Mary. I go by she, her. And yeah, that'd be it.
Nice. She, hers, perfect. And what do you do?
I'm a gamer on Twitch. I do variety stream stuff. I've been planning on doing some more stuff, really branching out in variety things and focusing less on gaming in general. But for now, it's mainly RPGs and fighting games. Mostly RPGs like Genshin, Final Fantasy VI. I'm planning on introducing some Minecraft into the series, into my channel, since people seem to like that a lot. But
nice.
Yeah, just generally stuff like that.
Awesome. And the name Retro Mary, where does the retro come from? Like, you like retro games?
The retro and Mary part are from two different things. No, it is not because I like retro games, but that is a very common association that I got. For the retro part, there was a time when I was playing Smash competitively, and when I was younger, thing I wanted to play, I wanted to get a name that would fit the character I thought would main, Mr. Game & Watch. So I called myself Mr. Retro because there weren't a lot of people calling themselves Mr. Retro at the time. I think because it's a relatively generic name, but since a lot of people there was not a lot of people that I saw around on like the Smash leaderboards or Smash.com or anything like that called themselves that, I named myself Mr. Retro when I thought I was a guy before.
Before you learned.
Yeah, before I learned.
and so with the transition, you're like, Mr. No, thank you.
Yeah, basically. I'm going to tell you right now, I bombed an entire Animal Crossing village because they called me Mr. Retro, and I was like, that ain't gonna fly.
I'm sorry, we gotta start this from scratch. This is not gonna fly at all. Awesome. Wait, so you used to play Smash?
I did. I host Smash tournaments now, actually, and I've been working in a commentary for things like Smash and Demon Slayer mostly at this point. But
which Smash?
Yeah, I play a lot of the Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, when somebody asks that, what kind of Smash they play?
I don't play Melee. I'm sorry.
I play a lot of Melee.
I don't like Melee. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did.
No worries.
I gave it a few tries, my friends.
Honestly, Melee, kind of dumb. That's why I love it.
I'm just like, I'm out here because I played Kirby when I was playing Melee, and I was just like, I think at one point I actually won because I went over. I lost because I tried to because I knew about the suicide thing with Kirby.
Oh, and they broke out.
Yeah, they broke out. I went over to the thing. I bait them over to the ledge. They dash attacked into me. I grabbed them. I threw them back. Almost immediate breakout of the grab. Meanwhile, Kirby plummeted to his demise.
Freaking Kirby.
I'm just like,
Ultimate's also a really fun game. Ultimate, I would say, is objectively more fun.
It is a fun game. I like that game a lot. I played Joker in that one. He's cool and awesome, and I love him. But I wish I could play Pyra and Mytha because they're also cool and they're girls, and therefore obviously better in every sense of the word, of course.
So
but yeah, there was a thing there. Sorry.
So yeah, no worries. I was just like a really fun tangent. I love fighting games like in general. Um, so that was really fun. And what was the other game you said you played?
um, I've been commentating more, but I do play some Demon Slayer, the Hinakami Chronicles.
Oh, you were talking about this
Uh,
the other day. It's that arena fighter.
Yeah, it's an arena fighter based on the Demon Slayer anime, and it is really it's pretty cool. It's definitely what I'd call one that is a more competitive Demon Slayer like a more competitive arena fighter along a similar veins to My Hero, and I don't know many other ones because most arena fighters aren't that great, but
I mean,
My
Ultimate
Hero ones.
Naruto, Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm, the problem with that game is that it's a beautiful single player experience.
Yeah,
That's
I've
all I can say about that.
I literally looked into the competitive scene, and they're all just like, yeah, no, this is not for
How
competitive.
many fucking rules? They axed out an entire subclass of assist because it was too broken.
Amazing. You know, I appreciate the community taking it into their own hands, but also that's too much work.
Like, there's a lot of rules for
Mhm.
Ninja Storm. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know if I want to do that. And then
Fair.
there's still problems with this Demon Slayer has its problems, but the problems I can more handle compared to things like Ninja Storm with its time wasting jumping. And you know that I think I know that Demon Slayer is better for a multiplayer thing than Ninja Storm because they actually fixed that issue with Demon Slayer. It has
Wow.
other issues now, but the jumping and time wasting stuff isn't one of them anymore.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So when you are streaming, or when you are streaming, like that's something that you are doing. You said you play like Final Fantasy VI
Yes.
and
And
other
like a
games.
few other games, yeah, like
Genshin.
Genshin and everything else. I apologize.
No, it's
I know
okay.
it's forgettable.
No, it's just you know, I haven't eaten all day, so brain's still turning on, really.
You got it. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Take your time.
Uh-huh. So, what got you interested in streaming?
Streaming. Well, personally, I think this is less so because I do have a IRL social media now and an Instagram, and I
Mhm.
take pictures of myself. But when I thought I was a guy, I was always very insecure about my face and everything. But
Mhm.
I did love all of the entertainers and stuff as a kid, because like when I see people that have like, oh man, these are the 6 VTubers that have encouraged me. I think about who are the people I'm inspired by, and I'm like Doug, Chugga Conroy.
Fucking thank
That's hard.
thank the universe for Chugga Conroy.
Thank the universe for Chugga Conroy. Yo.
If it wasn't for him,
I would never have beaten up Super Mario Sunshine if it wasn't for that guy.
if it wasn't for him, we would not be able to use video game music in our YouTube videos.
Yo,
He
shit.
literally won a lawsuit, and it set precedent that we're allowed to use video game music.
Chugga is freaking awesome. Okay, that's all I can say about him.
Shout out to Chugga Conroy.
But yeah, Chugga, there's some Markiplier inspiration in something I am planning on doing later on, but they aren't really a super big inspo for what I do. The main one is Doug. They're like a big person that do stuff that they've been able to make chat interact in a way that I've never seen on other streams as well. And it's becoming more popular with like the whole thing with a few other smaller streams being able to do it. But like I haven't gotten to the point yet where I can theoretically do what Doug does. But at some point I hope I can and have it be at least a small thing that I can do and maybe put my own twist on it to make it different from what Doug's usually does. And
Hell
you know.
yeah, that's awesome. So those are the people who really inspired you. And how long did it take you to go from like I kind of want to do streaming to like actually start streaming?
So I wanted to do that ever since I was a kid. I was 16 years old when I made my first ever video, and I think I did it for about 3 to 4 months, and I decided I am so trashed at this fucking thing because they are garbage videos. They are very garbage. They are horrible. and I didn't want to do that anymore. And then I think 23 years, like I'm at 22 now. I was 22 when I started this. I am 23 now, and I went over. I heard about VTubers and everything, and I figured something. I had an office computer, and I figured something cool. I'm just like, it'd be funny. So I went over, and then I started making an entire model for myself, and that was what started the track. The only real way I was able to stream though was because I didn't have a gaming PC at the time. But my friend at one point, at the tail end of like the VTubers that basically can come on and just kind of get it fame for just being VTubers, uh, I I came over with my friend. And we're like, oh, so I'm selling my computer. Oh, you're selling a computer? Interesting. For how much? Well, normally this computer is like $1,200 or something, but since a few keys are missing, I'm gonna give it away for like 600.
That's
So I
cheap.
went into the corner. I went into the corner, right? And I'm just like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because I had another job. I had a $800 check that was gonna come that week.
Mhm.
I texted my boss to say, hey, because it's close to my house. Can I come over? Like, hey, would you be able to sell it on Saturday? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I have to go over and do the thing. I'd have to do that, and I don't have like a credit card thing. And I told them right then and there, I will pay you in cash. 600 in cash right now. Well, not right now. 600 in cash on that day. Do we have a deal? And they said yes. So then I texted my boss and I'm like, hey, remember when you were giving me my check? Yeah, I need you to give it to me on Saturday. So what I did was went over to the job, got the $800 check, cashed that in, took out $600, went over to the school, went and gave the $600 to the other person, and then I got the PC, and that's when I was able to start streaming. I set things up. I had to set up a few other things, but I started streaming around September 26th, about somewhere around there,
Of 2021?
of 2021. No, not 2021, of
2020.
2020.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that is when most of the big streamer, all the hype, like when it got more oversaturated and all the hype kind of started dying down of just being a VTuber. But
Mhm.
yeah, I missed the big wave, unfortunately. But here I am making myself that thing, and I'm streaming because I have a lot of fun and I love
Nice. That's awesome. Damn.
it.
$600 for a gaming computer.
Yeah, it was it was certainly. I still don't have. I have a missing function key. I have a missing control key. The A button always comes out of my fucking computer, but I ain't replaced it in that year, and because it's been like a year and a half now. At this point,
Mhm.
I've been streaming, and it's been a ride. And this thing still survived. It's had some problems, but it's still cheaper than it would be if I normally got the computer, because I had to pay another 200. So it's about $820-ish now for the entire PC setup, and it's still cheaper if I bought it brand new. So
Yeah. That's
here I am.
awesome. Very fortunate. And
Very fortunate. I saw the thing.
you said you made your first 3D model, and is this the first 3D model?
The first 3D model, I don't have the first one anymore,
Mhm.
but I do have the one that I had had some more what is it? Booth assets put onto it, and it
Mhm.
was more shiny.
Mhm.
Here,
Oh.
this is
Oh,
one where
cute.
I thank you. um I think for this one is more of a femboy look. I was learning that I was trans. I did not
Oh.
know just yet at the when I first made the model, so I had that be a little less had no blush on it, had the ears smaller, had the hair less dyed down. I didn't have any hearts in my eyes. Uh I kind of tried to feminize this version of it, basically,
Mhm.
and I didn't know because I was still finding stuff out about myself.
Yeah, so
It
you
was
started
fun.
streaming before you came out?
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't know I was a stream before I came out. So there is a first model that I uploaded it to YouTube, usually for instances like this. But I don't have a ref thing I can really do for the model showcase stuff. So
Yeah, no worries.
unfortunately, I can't really show it. So yeah, this is the second version of the model. I had a chibi 2D model that I have as that I kind of made nearing this time. I think a bit after. So I have a 2D model that I used for about a year, and that was really good. I like
Mhm.
that one a lot. But and then what is it called? V-Roid Basic came out, and I thought, you know what? Let's see if there's any other thing I can land on. And then I landed on this version.
Very cute.
Thank you.
Awesome. And it's okay. So transitioning while streaming, I can't even imagine. Like it must have been such like
It
a process.
was definitely kind of odd.
Mhm.
There is there was name change stuff. Of course, I did some name change stuff for that, and then there was that kind of rebranding stuff. So that was its own thing. Just changing your name on. It's just a general changing your name on Twitch, where you had to change everything that it's attached to. So then all that other stuff, there were some problems there, but it wasn't anything I couldn't solve.
Mhm.
Uh,
And then
there's the
was it
fact
was
obvious. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I was just gonna ask if like people watching you, like how did it go with
Oh,
them?
most people watching me was there. There was some drop off, I think. There was some
Mhm.
drop off, if I remember correctly. But at the same time, I'm just like, damn, you know what? At that point, I don't need you.
True.
You.
We don't need people who just like won't accept any form of change. Like let people change.
Shoot. But yeah, most everyone was just like, I think, especially because I kept retro in the name. Because I was again, I was Mr. Retro at the time. I first started as first something like Virtual Reverie and had an entire theme of being like a fantasy based dream character. But then I didn't have the art skill to make that a thing, so I kind of changed that to the IT tech person, and I kind of just went for more office elf because I couldn't make that work. Just because the games I played I enjoyed more. It didn't really have anything to do with IT itself, but I do
Mhm.
work in IT. I do have that there. My IT is a main focus thing if it comes to that. But I am the office elf VTuber. Unfortunately, not just the IT VTuber.
Mhm.
But what is it? Yeah, most people knew my name because I kind of kept the retro in there. It's like your name looks kind of familiar. I was like, yeah, I mean, I know more Mr. Retro, or if not, there's another thing. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, I remember you. How you doing? How's it been? Good. I'm a girl now.
Yeah, these things happen.
It's like as one does,
Mhm.
obviously.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's just like, yeah, that's generally how those conversations went. It was amazing. I apologize. I am the master of going off of completely random tangents off of basically nothing.
No, that's totally fine. We're just here to have a good time. Um,
But yeah, it's awesome.
you said you were
Mhm.
interested in streaming some Minecraft, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I do have a Minecraft server.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's for actually specifically for trans content creators. Everyone on
Oh.
there is a trans content creator, so maybe we can talk about that
Oh.
later.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
I.
so that's awesome. I love Minecraft. Minecraft's so much fun. It's such a silly, fun game.
It was is it's not 100% my thing. I'm not always the most into it for like Minecraft, but it's it's a good time. It is a good time. I went over. I have a silly story about what actually happened during the thing. Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know if the person I took was watching. There's a person went over. What is it? I downloaded 70 mods and I went for 3 hours in there. And they went in. They even went into my thing. Went into my stream thing chat because I usually stream with my chat and everything else. Like I go into my Discord, and then I went jump in at any time and just kind of talk. We're
Mhm.
all things I like. I try to be friends there, and I'm nowhere near big enough to have restrictions on that just yet. So Yeah. So what is it? I went over. They went over. And they went on my stream and even and talked to me about the whole thing and about getting into this Minecraft server. I was like, okay, I don't want to say no right now. But at the same time, I really don't want to do this while I'm streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I said no before, but whatever. And then it took 3 hours and 70 mods. And then I was kind of exploring around they were showing me around the place, and I was kind of just having my own fun, goofing off. Accidentally got stuck in the nether. It's great. And
As one does.
then, yeah, as one does. They have a lot of different nether portals in their thing. And I kind of was just exploring around, and I was super excited. And then I got lost. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to find a portal and everything now. Oops. I mean, to
Mhm.
be fair, honestly, if I spent as much time in that nether, because the mods made the nether look super cool. So if I only spent that time just kind of being lost in the nether in creative mode, I wouldn't have minded. It would be great.
Mhm.
But problem came in that I annoyed them so much that 20 minutes while I was into the server, I got kicked off.
Oh no.
So
After 3 hours?
after 3 hours of setup, 70 mods, and then coming into my stream to basically say, hey, you want to play Minecraft the next day?
Oh,
20 minutes.
that's annoying. I'm
20
sorry that happened, but
That was annoying. That was annoying. I was just like, I tried to play it off there. It was just like, I went over to my friend. I was like, ooh, oh, I got something to tell you. It's like, they were just like, what happened?
yeah.
'Cause I was telling them about the thing. I was like, what? Because they were kind of like, they said they had a feeling. They wanted it to be wrong. But they had a feeling that something bad would happen. I was like, well, I did have fun in Minecraft, so I didn't. Because I thought I was gonna honestly hate it. I was like, they'd have fun. And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, but the other part, the other part did happen. Just sips my
Mhm.
water. The other part did happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you
Yeah.
didn't harbor any negative feelings towards Minecraft and
Uh,
accurately blamed
I
it on the
don't.
person.
I don't. Don't worry. I try to. I do the thing. I'm one of those weird people that's like, how do I put it? There's a lot of art that I like, or something that doesn't have much to do with the art. Because like, I know that there's people like, I don't know if I remember correctly, Notch didn't have exactly the best view on
That's putting it
trans
mildly,
people.
yeah.
But at the same time, the game there is still quite a bit of fun to explore and build in, and it is very popular and everything. And I can respect Minecraft for that. I don't know if I have to respect the creator of Minecraft, but I believe in separating the art from the creator.
Yeah,
You know?
at this point, like, he's so separated from the art that he created that, like, it doesn't matter if he made it. It could have been anyone else, and what it's being used for and what the people in charge are doing is so inclusive and so positive that, like, it's it's not his anymore. It's so
It's
great.
just like, darn. I was like, that's one thing that annoys me sometimes with some people. Some people aren't always for the art with the separating art from the artist, and like, and be fair, sometimes rightfully so, because people are still profiting from it.
Mhm.
So, but I'm just like, I'm always the person that's just like, I don't want to have to hate a thing that I love because because the person that made it is shitty. Like
Mhm.
I don't want to have to get rid of any like. Let me bring it from an IT perspective. Let A lot of people have Dell laptops. That's basically a business standard. It's
Mhm.
Dell, Lenovo, stuff like that. But let's say, because I had this happen to me, a computer that I have specifically, I hate Lenovo. I hate Lenovo so much because there's a ton of stuff happened in the Lenovo computer, and it was terrible. It was the worst computer I ever had. But I can't go over and be like, and have all the companies I work with have to see if they have a Lenovo computer just because I hate Lenovo computers.
Mhm.
It's like the same thing. Oh man. Actually, that reminded me of. I apologize for going on another tangent. That reminded me of something that happened at work. Uh, it was
Mhm.
there was a specific incident where because I work for a school and they've been using Zoom and everything, and I work on the IT company. So there was an older person who was having a thing. I had them use Zoom, but for some reason they had something I hadn't seen before. There was a camera with a slash through it in the thing, and I was like, is the camera being detected by Zoom? Yes. In the settings, does Zoom use the camera? Yes. So I spent 30 minutes with this person trying to look up what in the world is going on. And then I saw something about Lenovo computers. And I had to ask him if he had a Lenovo. And he said, yes. Turns out Lenovo computers has this fancy thing. It's a privacy setting of which you can turn off and on your privacy settings on your thing. So even if your camera's being detected and your camera's turned on Zoom, it won't show your camera.
Huh.
And that was active automatically without him turning it on, apparently. And it also happened to his other Lenovo computer. And I'd asked him if that was a Lenovo computer, and he said yes. And I'm like, I have your situation. That took 30 minutes to solve because Lenovo are freaking weirdos. Moral of the story is I hate Lenovo and I never recommend it to anyone.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. No Lenovo. So real fast back to you're streaming and stuff. Have you always been like an entertainer?
No, I don't. No, I don't think I've been an entertainer. I don't know. I'm sure people say I was funny. I've heard people think my voice is nice, and I've heard some people think I've always tried to be the person that would make people laugh, and I think this one's coming from a place. I'm not a big fan. I've had a few things happen with me when it comes to being bullied and just not personally liking myself. I fell into a relatively deep depression when it came into college, and I don't think that's ever 100% healed, honestly. But I've always thought that, making someone else smile or laugh would be thing that always makes me happy. And to be fair, there have been times, and it's been a bit of the declining situation where it kind of started to lose its luster, and I guess is not really. I mean, I enjoy obviously making people happy, but it didn't make me forget about me just fucking hating myself every single day at that point. And it was like, oh, what? I don't know. I think it really started turning around again when I found out that I was trans. It's like, what is it? There was one moment I didn't find out I was trans this day. I think I found out I was a femboy that day. I thought I was, but whatever. I went over. I had a dress. I was doing the femboy thing for a while, and there was this one person. I don't talk to them anymore, unfortunately. They don't really talk to me much. I'm trying my best to get in contact with them, but I don't think it's gonna happen anymore, but whatever. Anyway, they were a person, and they went over and they told me, I can turn you into a girl. And I was like, huh. I'm like, I met trans people at the time, so I knew about trans people, but I was like, I don't think that's how that works. And I was like, I don't know. Don't worry. I can do it. Don't worry. You want to try? Then there was silence. I wasn't sure why there was silence. There definitely was one. And after the conversation ended, I went over to them and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. What can it do? What can it hurt? Clearly nothing's gonna come from this. Oops.
Oops.
Oops. So there's that, and there was. I went over. I was encouraged to bind. They didn't really do all too much in the grand scheme of things. They mainly just encouraged me to be able to do stuff. And to be fair, sometimes that's just all you really need. But it was like I got a dress. I found a little kimono. I fit it. Fitted wasn't the right word. I didn't fit it at all. But I went over. I dressed in it. Things are bulging out. Button was about to pop out because I'm a fat person. But I saw myself in it, and then at that instant, I it was insane because it was like I didn't hate myself.
It clicked.
I didn't hate how I looked in the mirror. And it
Mhm.
was like an insane moment of I needed to sit down. I needed to breathe because I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And then like, what is it? I think it was like about a yearish of me thinking I was a femboy, just kind of talking with them. And I had some more trans friends as well. And then I talked to another person and I realized I think I may just be a girl. They were like, it was some situation of like, this is I'm like, I think I'm a cis person, but then this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. They're like, that's a very not cis thing to do. And I'm like, do you see why I came to you now? I'm not here for no reason. As much as I love just saying hi to you, I'm not here for no reason.
Uh-huh. Damn, that's
Yeah,
funny. It's crazy. The power of just like opening your eyes and like learning is just like, oh.
it was an intense feeling. I
Mm.
don't know how it's been about a year and a half since the point that I learned that I was trans, and a lot of that are like fond memories. Some of the people that I interacted to help me, I don't even talk to anymore, unfortunately. Although I don't think they're watching, but thank you again, I guess, if you're out there.
Every experience and every person that we meet along our way to become our better selves is important.
Of course.
Yeah,
And I
and
apologize for it going on the tangent
no,
again.
don't apologize.
This is a very common thing with me.
That's okay. This episode is about you, and wherever you take
Yay!
me, I will follow.
Yay!
Yeah, and I will just try to keep it in line with content creation because that's what I'm most interested in, and I'm curious. What are some things that you've accomplished while streaming, or from your stream, or because you were streaming?
Well, there is a weird thing. I am definitely one of the few VTubers I know of that has actually, gone through that transition in their model while streaming. Because the guy went from like a more of a male thing to I guess a boyish type model to a obviously a more feminine version of things. Well, I don't think I lost a lot of my identity. I definitely went through that kind of change. When it comes to content creating itself, I guess I have had a few things, namely to do with commentating instead of anything else.
Mhm.
Because the main thing, the one thing I wanted to do when I was a kid, aside from just streaming, was to commentate game tournaments. I loved it. I had everything. I did a few. I've gone through a few things that were just open commentary when I was a kid, but I didn't understand what I was doing back then.
Mhm.
And then there was one time when I had a moment where I wasn't great at commentary. I was about 18 at the time, I think. I don't know, 18, 19. It's been a few years. They basically told me I sucked at it. I didn't know any of the mechanics, even though I did. I just kind of was stumbling, and I have some, as you can tell, I have a bit of I sometimes tend to repeat my words and stumble on stuff because my brain's dumb and stupid.
No. It takes practice to just go and not repeat yourself, honestly.
And it's like, yeah, I think that experience kind of definitely kept me off of it for a few years. Then
Mhm.
suddenly, have you ever heard of a person named Globku?
Named who?
Globku.
I have not.
Okay. So they are a anime and fighting game streamer, of which they mostly play arena fighting games, but they are a relatively big streamer now, about over, I don't know how many people they actually have. Nah, it doesn't really matter at this point. But they were meant to do a video game tournament, and since one of the commentators had to go out on them due to bad organization of the tournament itself, what he did was host a last minute like Demon Slayer auditions thing
Hmm.
for commentating. And I've been in there for about a month. I knew the basics of Demon Slayer, and I knew some advanced stuff around the game mechanics. I wasn't as familiar with the show, but I did watch some of the show, even though I was messing up some stuff when it came to names or something after the fact. But
Mhm.
what is it? I went in, did my thing. Afterward, I won. I got in at least second place by a landslide when it came
Wow.
to when they were voting for the best commentator. And then, when the chat apparently made it to as 50-50, so the streamer had to choose who they were going to do. And they were just like, that's not very cool, chat. Let me bring both of you in.
Mhm.
So,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it was awesome. It definitely upped my confidence at this point. So at that point, I was doing not like, imagine one of your first tournaments, you're officially commentating, and they decide, why not at nationals? I guess just why not at nationals? I suppose. I'm just like, I won. And I think after the call, when I said that I won everything, I got back on the thing. I went on to my side. And I'm like, oh God, I'm commentating at nationals tomorrow, aren't I? I was just, it was crazy. And now I'm able to I'm in a chat with them right now. I actually am able to go in to do the Kizuki Blood Battle finals for Klopku and everyone else like that. And then I'm also talking with another person in the VFGC, Serena Penguina, to see if we can do some tournaments there. So I want to get some more experience underneath my belt, so I can officially be a commentator for Demon Slayer.
Hell
And not to say
yeah.
just a commentator for the fighting games in general, but I mean Demon Slayer is one I have the most experience with right now. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
so
there.
cool. Being able to commentate over fighting games, like that sounds like fun. Like,
It is fun. It is
oh,
fun,
it sounds
especially with the
so
people I've
cool.
been able to co-commentate with. What is it? There's like Glavku himself. There's Steven at your serve. There's someone named Steven, Ioku, Qon. They're all amazing people, and I've gotten to work with all four of them, and they are fantastic at the craft. That I'm just like, shoot. And sometimes it's I feel like I can't keep up, and then everyone just says, "Damn, your commentary was really fucking good," and I'm just like, "Yo,
Mm,
thanks, fam."
awesome. That's so cool.
What?
So that's actually awesome because in the future I want to play, Ultimate on stream. But it's gonna be like a community thing, and it'd be really fun to have like commentators, like not
That'd be
just me.
awesome. I'd love to. I definitely wanna. I'd love to go over and help with commentating some matches. I definitely have a few more things. My friend Cupcake also wanted me to help them commentate a not Demon Slayer. I keep thinking Demon Slayer because I keep commentating Demon Slayer stuff. Smash Ultimate Tournament as well, so that's gonna be cool. And
Oh yeah.
I just, at the very least, because I think I tried to hint at it in the community stuff, but I think it's more known as I'm trying to as a he him in that community, even though I have the name Mary and
Hmm.
everything. That's kind of odd. But
Hmm.
oh well. But oh well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that one rectified. But
Yeah. Of course,
yeah,
open up at your own pace. Make sure that you like are able
on the,
to feel comfortable, especially.
of
And
course.
um, another question I was gonna have is with you, starting to like open up to this commentating realm. What do you think is like your next? It sounds like your next goal is just to commentate more. But do you have any like big goals? Do you plan on like trying to commentate like something really big in person?
That would be something that I would want to do. Apparently my cousin, when I told him this kind of story, apparently they have, and my cousin has a friend who contacted them 2 days ago to make an agency for gaming talent, of which I think it could help me out with that one. But if anything, a big goal would be either at the very least, like I guess small goals right now would be things like, get 10 viewers by the end of the year, because I got most of my small goals already, and it was in about, what is it, in April, start at the beginning of April. Most of my small New Year's goals were already achieved. So I think my main goal right now is about 10 viewer average on my stream by the end of the year, and stuff like that. But a big goal right now, be able to, my main goal is entertain as many people as possible. But a big goal would be, streaming a really, really big tournament to even more, because the national one was 600 people in that audience. And I'm like, I had the fear it was there, but then afterwards I got through it. I tried to keep up with the chat. It was definitely a bit difficult, but I managed. And then there was another person I went on to their VR stuff with, and I kind of just, while they were in the bathroom, I kind of just answered the chat and everything as well, just because I thought it'd be fun. That was about like 200-ish people. So I'm like, I think I'm mentally and physically ready for that kind of audience, but I definitely want to commentate for like big, like 1,000, 2,000 people or whatever watching the tournament. That's like something I guess where it is like a big kind of League of Legends or Call of Duty or like Overwatch type tournament stuff. That's something I'd love to commentate for. I don't know what kind of game would do that. I think maybe Street Fighter 5 or Smash or something, but that would be what I'd be aiming for. Of course it would be. I'd love for that to happen. But that's the big goal.
Shit. Oh, right. So I don't know if people have noticed, but your VR model, it has dark skin, and I don't want to get like too crazy with it as much as you want to talk about it, but like being a person of color definitely has its own disadvantages when it comes to streaming online.
One would say yes.
To put it lightly, right? Yeah, I'm Mexican. I'm not I'm kind of white passing because my accent's not there anymore and stuff like that. So I don't get it as bad as other people do, but it's difficult. And do you think that it's gotten in the way of things at all?
I feel like I'm not big enough for it to have gotten in the way too much. Actually, I think the fact of me considering myself a girl has gotten more in the way than me being black, to be honest. Because like there's been 2 times. 2 times. Not on my own stream, thankfully, but in streams where I was in, other people were hitting on me. And I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this. Because at one hand, obviously, that means I guess I'd be, I was considered a girl and was worthy of being hit on.
Validation.
In the other hand, yeah, it was a little awkward, especially when the one person was like drunk and everything, and like really uncomfortable. And I was just like, I'm a mod there. I could ban them, but would the streamer be mad at me? So I just kind of sat there.
Yeah, I can imagine that would
Having it
be
happen. It
pretty
was. It was.
uncomfortable.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah. Well,
But
I for one am very relieved to hear that it wasn't because you're a person of color. It wasn't because you were black. It was because um
I have not gotten hate for that at the point.
uh,
And there was a big thing. I know that because I'm on a charity team as well with
mhm,
someone named with run by a Tiffany Witcher. I'm on the Chaos Covenant charity team, and there was a specific thing that was happening with them, and they stated at one point that they didn't want like harassment to come towards us. So if you don't want to stream there, it's okay. And for the thing there, and I think I went over and I said, look, I love you. Thank you for protecting us. But I will if this is like this charity for, I forget, I think it was for trans people that we were doing the charity for. That or the other thing that we were doing. Yeah, it was black trans charity. It was a black trans charity. We were doing this thing. I will take whatever the fuck hate or death threats or what have you are going to come my way if I can talk about this.
mhm,
That is all. I was like, that's all I said. Everyone else is making, more sensible, reasonable responses.
mhm.
Where I was like, yeah, I don't really care.
That's awesome. I'm it's wonderful that you're so like secure in yourself that you just like don't care. Like
Of course.
even
I'm
if the
just
hate does
like,
come, it's just like annoying.
yeah, at this point, I think I've just gotten to the point. Now, I think a lot of this just really does just stem around me learning that I was trans, but I definitely got a lot more self-confident in myself and in like what I do, that I'm just like, yeah, fuck, I don't care what happens. They wanna say this, that, or the other. Fucking let them.
True. Just if they're so pathetic enough to just like spew hate, like I
Yeah,
just
I'm
feel
not.
bad for them. Like, sorry, dude, you're banned.
Basically,
But
sorry,
also,
I don't know what to tell you.
I hope you have a better life. Oh, wonderful. This has been really fun. Is there I'm not exactly sure what else to ask. Is there anything else that you want to bring up?
uh, mm,
I know that you have a reveal soon.
I do, yes. I do have a 4.0 reveal I was supposed to have on this stream as well, but it was not.
Technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
technical difficulties, ladies.
Mhm.
The world say no.
Mhm.
The world said no. I don't know. I don't even. I'm like, this is just happening right now. And there's nothing I could do to avoid it. Sure, why not? Okay, fair enough. Technical difficulties were happening. It's gonna happen tomorrow instead, unfortunately, because fuck me. But there is a model reveal that's happening. There's a model reveal that's happening tomorrow. There is a stream layout reveal, like a brand new layout for my streams with alerts and new overlays and more emotes and possibly more redeems and all that other stuff. Yeah, there's just big stuff happening on tomorrow, and I hope everyone can come over to my own channel to do that. Don't You better, everyone who's watching, you better follow this channel too.
Like
Cause
and
Laxi over
subscribe.
here is speaking beautiful. Follow. Fuck, I'm
It's okay.
so
Also
dumb.
follow me on Twitch.
I'm so also follow my Twitch. Also follow my Twitch. I'm a Twitch person. I'm used to saying follow and everything. So the like and subscribe stuff is new to me. Then there's joining here instead of it. I'm just like, can it just be one umbrella.
I know. It's annoying, but also it's different.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Um,
there's not much else I really wanted to. Oh wait, someone. Oh, I didn't even see this for what is it? Brittany
Briley?
Jade.
Oh, yeah, that's my friend Brittany Jade, aka Briley.
Hello, Briley. I'd love to be a co-commentator. That sounds fun. It is fun. I recommend it. Fortunately, the Smash community does have not the best environment for women. So if you don't want to deal with that, I'm not gonna blame you at all. But I would definitely recommend, if you have any friends that host tournaments and or do anything like that, go over and ask if you can commentate for them. It definitely is a ton of fun. From experience, commentating is a ton of fun. So go
And
for it.
real fast, I just posted your link in the chat. It's also in the description. Definitely go follow Retro
Oh.
Mary.
Ah,
And yeah.
never. I don't understand.
You know, what do you mean? This whole
Crazy.
entire episode was about you.
I mean, yes, but I'm just crazy. Don't worry, see, I work in construction. Dang. Well, do it anyway. It's fun.
All right. I think we ran through everything, right? Reveal, gender stuff, talking about your channel, talking about what you do, commentary. Sound?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff was done. Yep, I feel it's a good place.
Awesome. Sweet. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up then. If you want to do, final plugs, anyone you want to shout out, totally feel free to go for it.
Oh, bet I'd shout out so many people, but
Give me like
if
3.
there's damn, if there is anyone that I'd want to shout out, there is a group of friends that I have been seeing here that has a lot of different people here that are trans that I didn't think would be the best. That'd probably be best here. So if there's a Lumina Stargazer, and there's Night Paradox, and then there is Akami. 3 amazing trans content creators. Akami and Lumia are on Twitch, and Night Paradox is focusing on YouTube. May stop VTubing due to a big decision they're making in their life, apparently. But I'd say follow them and see what they do for now. If they keep going, you'll have a wonderful, fantastic, villainous streamer to talk to. So a dragon and a big boba snake, and that's always fun.
We love Big Booba. Snakes.
A big boba.
All right. And with that, this has been Retro Mary TV. I've been Silaxandra. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.
Thank you a lot for watching. Bye.
Bye.